The most painful things in life, part 2. Let's hit it.
Have any of y'all seen the movie Inside Out? I remember watching the first one around the time it came out, and don't get me wrong, it was a solid movie. However, I still feel like something was missing from the movie. But just like a hot iron...
Elephant in the room. The disgust character in Inside Out is one of the most good-looking characters in all of Pixar.
And I couldn't put my finger on it. Then I realized what it was. There was no pain emotion present in the entire movie. How are you gonna produce a movie encompassing the emotions of a teenage girl and not include the pain emotion? They got the nerve to have a character named Enderman. Ennui, but not pain. I had to look this word up. I didn't even know what it meant. So I know damn well these Gerber babies watching this movie didn't know what they meant either. Come to find out, they just personified Eeyore and threw him in the movie. Am I looking too deep into a movie aimed towards children?
Yes.
Probably. Are we here today to discuss some of the most painful experiences one can go through?
Yes.
So today, we'll be discussing some more of the most grievous and unbearable experiences that seem to happen to everybody on a regular basis.
On a regular basis, the most painful thing gotta be stepping on Legos.
As well as the pain and affliction that they dispense. Comment down below the most painful thing that's ever happened to you, and like and subscribe if you're
The most painful thing that happened to me. Definitely one of the most painful things is having like one of those, like, I don't even know what you call it, like, what do you even call it? These absolutely suck, bro. There is nothing worse than having one of these. These hurt so badly. If you never had this, consider yourself lucky. But if you have, you know the pain.
First, we gotta talk about stepping on a Lego. Legos are quite literally the spokesperson of pain. I think everybody and their mama done stepped on at least one Lego in their lifetime. These motherfuckers are like plastic razor blades. Our feet are some of the most complex and robust parts of our body, yet my feet be getting one-shotted by these plastic fragments.
No, the worst thing is having, whenever I used to be a kid with my other two siblings would just put Legos every single place in the house, and they wouldn't clean it up. So I remember being very young and walking around and getting hit with booby traps. Literal booby traps of Legos, bro. It would make me so freaking angry, I remember.
I know some of y'all niggas watching this video probably got some Hawaiian rolls for feet and can't be impacted by the pain of these sharp fractions, but I can't relate. Now, about 7 years ago, I had more Legos than college girls had Hydro Flasks. I had Ninjago sets, Batman sets, Minecraft sets.
Okay, listen. Can someone please ask me why Legos are so expensive? It is actually insane how much money some of these Legos be. Wait, let me just show you, bro. Pretend I want to build the Eiffel Tower. How much you thinking it's gonna cost? $100? $200? Nah. $629. Who is buying this, bro? This gotta be the biggest scam. At least it's very big. But dude, come freaking on, bro. I get it's a lot of pieces and stuff like that, but dude, $629? Lord have mercy.
I was a fiend, bro. But this also meant that I had to be extremely decisive with where I stepped, because one wrong move and I was gonna get a plastic splinter thrusted in my foot. You know how Toy Story had a lot of kids thinking that their toys were alive? Well, I was thinking that my Legos were strategically moving themselves to be right in the line of fire with my feet. Because no matter how much I thought I cleaned up, there was always a Lego chilling in the cut and I would stomp on that motherfucker. Especially with those Batman helmet pieces, bro. That shit felt like I was stepping in a bear trap. At that point, just amputate my foot. I don't care if I gotta walk around the crib in some Timbs to conserve the quality of my feet, bro. If I was running from a killer and the only way I could escape was by walking through a trail of Legos barefoot, just make sure my suit is pressed iron. And I remember people were making this agonizing ordeal into a challenge on YouTube. People were really trying to glorify something that gave me childhood trauma. The bottoms of my feet used to have more scars than Deadpool's face, bro. If Jigsaw had a trap—
No, if you never had experienced this pain, it is definitely the same exact pain as whenever you would go to like a beach, let's say, and there was those really big rocks and you had no shoes on and you had to step on them to get somewhere. That's the same exact pain.
that required people to walk through a pit of Legos barefoot, it'd be a wrap. Now we gotta talk about side stitches and cramps. We've all had that moment where we've woken up from a revitalizing night of sleep. Trust me, bro, I'd be in my bed doing the full scorpion. I'd be sleeping in cursive in this motherfucker. But anyway, the first thing that a lot of people like to do when they wake up from sleeping is stretch their body out like Jake the dog. And don't get me wrong, that stretch is one of the most fulfilling and rewarding.
But it's the most dangerous. One time, I slept before I started a stream, right? So I was sleeping, and I did a stretch like this right after I woke up, I stretched my leg also. And whenever I was stretching my leg, I did it too fast. And I felt like the bone of my leg come out for like 30, 40 seconds. And I was screaming in agony, dude. I think every single person had an experience that they woke up one time, stretched, and something went wrong.
Things that one can acquire. I can literally feel my soul elevating to the heavens. I start shaking like a granny that caught the Holy Ghost. It's like I become a human maraca, bro. And it's smooth sailing from there until the sharpest, most gut-wrenching cramp decides to infiltrate my calf muscles. It's like my leg got possessed, bro. It's kind of scary.
That's how it looks, bro.
Pretty much tighter than Jaylen Brown's braids. And what makes it worse is the fact you can feel the cramp coming before it hits. So now I just gotta wait for the inevitable discomfort to settle in. Side stitches are also some of the most painful things that the average civilian can go through. Not gonna lie, bro, those side cramps be putting up Mr. Beast numbers on my ass, bro. I'll just be running, then all of a sudden it feels like a nigga shanked me with a 12-inch dagger.
No, the worst feeling is whenever you're running and then you're doing really good and then you feel like right here. Like right here. You know what I'm talking about? That's the worst feeling. Every single person had that experience. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Please tell me.
And please tell me I'm not the only person who randomly gets those chest pains that make me think I'm getting airdropped to the Lord. I'll just be on the game or something, all of a sudden my
That's called heartburn, and it sucks.
chest starts to feel like I'm going through a Ben 10 transformation or something, bro. I'm in my room looking like Jaden Smith and Karate Kid when he got his ass handed to him, bro. And just when I think the coast is clear, the moment I inhale, the pain kicks back in like it's got fucking recoil damage or something. At this point, I'm already convinced that I'm being sent to a Pop Smoke concert. Those random sharp pains in my chest are truly some of the most humbling and obsequious moments ever. I think it's just God reminding me that he could delete me off the sentence at any given moment at the flick of his wrist. Now we gotta talk about hitting your funny bone. This is like,
Bro, why does this happen so many times? Like, look, the funny bone is like right here. I don't know exactly where it is. But why do I always hit this bone, bro? I never hit my leg. I never hit my fingers. I never hit my neck or my chest. It always is the funny bone. It happens at the worst times. It is one of the most weirdest and most annoyingest feelings.
like the factory reset for my nervous system. This is something that I've been dealing with since the dawn of time. For some idiosyncratic reason, my body loves to hit every part of itself
Exactly,
on every
bro.
table, counter, and door frame imaginable. And this includes my elbows. First of all, whoever labeled this nerve as the funny bone needs to be drawn and quartered because there's absolutely nothing amusing nor diverting about this experience. If this is funny, then I'm still waiting for the punchline, bro. When I hit my funny bone, it feels like my arm is filled.
Dude, it feels so awful. But the best part is it only lasts for about like 40 to 30 seconds. But man, it just feels awful, dude.
With TV static. It's like my arm escapes the matrix for a moment. My entire nervous system just starts going on an LSD trip and doesn't know how to calm back down. Every atom in my body decides it wants to start doing the cha-cha slide in this motherfucker. That's why I'm finna start walking around the crib like a damn hockey goalie, bro. I'm about to be wearing more pads than a woman on her menstrual cycle. I've come across when people who normally laugh when they hit their funny bone. Them niggas deserve to be
Bro, if you laugh whenever you have pain, you gotta be the most like creepiest person. I'm sorry.
Mates with Hannibal Lecter for all I care. Now we gotta talk about getting soap or shampoo in your eyes.
This might just be me. Or whenever I was a kid, right? I would never close my eyes in the shower because I thought like Freddy Krueger or like a monster would be behind me. I don't know why. So whenever I had shampoo go in my eyes, I would start freaking out because I would have to close my eyes. So I would be like really fast getting all the shampoo out of my eyes. The best move is whenever you have soap in your eyes, you get out of the shower for like 4 seconds, grab your towel and just wipe, and it magically disappears every single time. That is the best feeling ever. But I don't know why I thought there was a monster behind me whenever I would close my eyes in the shower, but that was just me.
Now I know that some of y'all got snow globes built into y'all heads, but for those who actually cleanse their scalp, getting shampoo in your eyes is unendurable. That shit turns me into Fetty Wap real quick, bro. Like at this point, my eyeballs are getting cleaner than my hair. I literally try to seal my eyes shut like a jar of pickles, but alas, my eyes still end up burning like Gucci third leg.
You gotta go out of the shower and grab your towel and use it. It works every single time.
I know my eyes got about 10 HP left, and then I try to make sure that my hands have absolutely no remnants of shampoo before I start rubbing my eyes, but I just end up making it worse. Not to mention the fact that I damn near break my neck falling out the shower trying to reach for my—
Why is the shower so damn dangerous? It'd be so dangerous sometimes. Like I remember one time I was getting ready for school and I grabbed the curtain and I was holding against it, and it fell, and I hit the back of my head. I hit the back of my head on this part right here, and I fell to the ground, and I was like, something always goes wrong in the shower. I don't know why.
Towel. The shampoo and conditioner bottles start falling all over the place. It's just an all-around disheartening experience. There's also been times where I've been lathering myself in soap and somehow some suds fly into my eyes like some fucking Angry Birds or something, bro. Now my eyes feel spicy as hell. At this point, I can't even open my eyes and just have to sit and wait for the pain to dissipate. Now we gotta talk about pinching your skin with a zipper. This one personally gave me PTSD that still
This barely happened to me, but when it does, it sucks, bro.
lingers to this day. I remember when I was a kid, I was struggling with the zipper of my winter coat. I was over there sounding like a fucking DJ, bro. So my mom, as any parent would do, tells my older sister to help me with the inconvenience. Now I wasn't really tripping because I expected her to be meticulous and circumspect, but I guess she got possessed by the spirit of Tommy Lister Jr. or something, because she zipped that zipper with so much tenacity and robustness that it almost decapitated me. She almost gave me one of those dumbass neck tattoos that people have been getting. Ever since that day, I've been taking 3 business days to zip up my zipper. I ain't taking no chances, bro. And even still, I always keep a small section of my coat unzipped. Now I've been lucky enough not to have caught the family jewels in the zipper of my pants, but I send my deepest condolences and solicitude to the niggas that are walking around here nutless. Now we gotta talk about dropping your phone on your face. This has to be one of the most execrable incidents that seems.
This happened to me once, and when this happens, you realize how much of a loser you are. I don't know why, but I remember being on my phone one day and like just scrolling on TikTok, and it falls right on my face, and I realized I wasted 2 hours of my time watching TikTok.
That happened on the regular. This is why I try to avoid being in this predicament in the first place. I'll lay on my stomach like a baddie before I dangle my phone over my face like a cluster of grapes. It's like all of a sudden I just get carpal tunnel in my hands and my phone drops on my face like a fucking anvil. I remember when I accidentally dropped my phone on my nose and I was walking around looking like Billy from Grim Adventures, bro. My shit was swollen as a balloon, bro. Fucking BBL nose. And that was with an iPhone. Could you imagine if I dropped a Nokia on my face? My skull would have looked like a 200-piece puzzle. Not only does it hurt like hell, it genuinely ruins my entire mood, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it makes you feel like crap. It'd be like, bro, really? Like, I'm holding something and it drops. What the hell am I doing? It gotta be the worst feeling out there, man.
I got hit with an electronic brick. At that point, I don't even want to use my phone anymore. Definitely one of the biggest mood killers of all time.
Exactly.
It also sucks because for that split second your phone is airborne, you know the unpreventable is coming. There's nothing you could do to avoid it. My phone be hitting my face like the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. Now we gotta talk about slamming your finger in a door.
Oh! I feel like this is an event that happens to every single person. Okay, so like, let me explain the story. So one time we were coming home from a restaurant, and I was probably like 10 years old, and we had a new car. In this car, whenever you wouldn't close the door all the way, it would like lock itself. It would like use like some like electronic power to like close itself. What happened was, I was about to close the door and my finger got stuck on the door, and what happened was it started pushing against the door, and it literally like almost took off my finger, because it's a compression, like it like compresses the door. So I almost lost my finger because of faulty electronic. It was awful.
I don't even understand how this shit be happening to me, bro. It's not even like I got long fingers or anything, but somehow my finger always finds a way to creep into the doorway like I'm the fucking.
It's because like, I don't know, man. It happens to every single person, and it's like one of the worst pains because it lasts for so freaking long. Like, the thing with like hitting your phone in your face or stepping on a Lego is it lasts for like 1 minute, but this will last for like a whole entire week. It's awful.
Boogeyman or something. And then my fingers end up more black and blue than that infamous dress in 2015. Like, one time I got the tip of my finger stuck in a door, and my nail like it was going through an emo phase or something, bro. And I don't know if any of y'all have ever gotten a blood blister before, but that shit hurts like hell. I remember I got my finger pinched between 2 blades at the gym, and I was left with a big ass pepperoni looking mark.
Yes, bro. These are awful. They hurt, and you can't touch anything, because it's one of those things that you don't realize how much you use your fingers. And then when you have like a blood blister, like you'd be like touching like, let's say like the mouse, right, of your computer, and you can't even touch your freaking mouse because it hurts too damn much. Or like you'd be like holding a fork or something and it hurts. Most awful experience, man. I would not want this on my worst enemy.
My forefinger. So it's not like my finger got crushed completely, just pinched enough to leave a little boo-boo. But with that being said, that boo-boo had me incapacitated, bro. Every little movement that my finger made was followed by vehement agony. I also slammed my finger into a car door before. I honestly don't know how my fingers haven't turned into beef stroganoff yet, but hey. I feel like an underrated painful moment that people don't talk about enough is getting an eyelash stuck in your eye. And as someone
Bro, it'd be so annoying, and then you start tearing up, and it's one of the worst feelings. And then this move never works. This one, it never works. So what you gotta do is you gotta grab, like, let's say a napkin, and then like take a piece off, and then aggressively wipe and have your eye open. And it usually works.
Who has naturally long eyelashes, I deal with this more than any man ever should. It feels like somebody sticking a fucking syringe in my eyeball. My eyelashes want to be all soft and supple until they break off like a Kit Kat and start provoking my optical organs. Now they feel like damn porcupine quills. And every time this happens, I've never been able to get the eyelashes out of my eyes, so I don't know where the motherfuckers go. They could just be chilling in the back of my eye sockets like plankton or something for all I know. It's kind of ironic how our eyelashes are supposed to keep things from getting in our eyes, but yet mine turn on me every time. Now we gotta talk about getting hit in the gonads. This is the instance that is universally felt by every man walking planet Earth right now. No matter your race, age, religion, income, or shoe size, every man watching this video can feel the affliction stemming from this photo right now.
Like, every single man had that one experience that they really got kicked in the balls. Like, something hit them. Bro, it feels like 1,000 pounds of just pressure is like going against your whole entire body. One of the worst feelings. Oh, bro. Oh, and it happens at the worst times, right?
Now, I've never been Steven Adams before, but I've had my fair share of run-ins with the ball busters. I mean, not the ball busters, like the ball buster. Whatever. Finally, we gotta talk about pulling off a band-aid. I don't know if I'm the only person.
Bro. One of the worst childhood memories I had was getting like a really bad wound, my mom putting a band-aid, it being on there for like, I don't know, 1 to 2 weeks, and then you taking it off, and it's stuck on the freaking wound. So you gotta like rip it off. It's one of the worst feelings out there. What I would do is I would slowly pick at it and then take it off. But I knew some people would just grab the band-aid and just and take it off in one shot. If you do that, you are an actual psychotic person. I have to say it.
Who feels like this, but why does it feel like band-aids either fall off at the slightest movement or they're literally made out of fucking Gorilla Glue and you can never take them off? In my experience with most band-aids, they literally become molded to me like the motherfucking piece of resistance or something, bro. And when I try to pull it off, half my skin comes off with it. But I think that's gonna wrap everything up for this video, man.